World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history, fought across continents and oceans. Today, we revisit 20 of the most significant battles that shaped its outcome, covering when they happened, who led them, and what nations were involved. Invasion of Poland, September 1, 1939. Germany under Adolf Hitler invaded Poland, triggering World War II. Britain and France declared war on Germany 2 days later. The Soviet Union, led by Joseph Stalin, invaded from the east on September 17th, in accordance with the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Battle of France, May-June 1940. Germany launched a rapid blitzkrieg through Belgium and France. French General Charles de Gaulle would later lead the Free French. France fell in 6 weeks and Germany occupied Paris. Battle of Britain, July to October 1940. Hitler's Luftwaffe, commanded by Hermann Göring, bombarded the UK in a failed attempt to force surrender. British Prime Minister Churchill and Air Chief Marshal Hugh Dowding led the successful defense using radar and fighter aircraft like the Spitfire. Siege of Leningrad, September 1941's January 1944. A brutal German siege supported by Finnish forces surrounded the Soviet city of Leningrad for 872 days. Over 1 million civilians died, but the city never fell. Battle of Moscow, October 1941's January 1942. Germany's Army Group Center, led by Field Marshal Fedor von Bock, attempted to capture the Soviet capital. Attack on Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941. Japan, under Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, launched a surprise attack on the U.S. Pacific Fleet in Hawaii. President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared war the next day, bringing America fully into WWII Battle of Hong Kong, December 8-25, 1941. Japan invaded British Hong Kong, facing a small Allied force of British, Canadian, and Indian troops. The city fell after 17 days of fighting. Battle of Bataan, January-April 1942. American and Filipino forces under General Douglas MacArthur and Jonathan Wainwright resisted Japanese invasion in the Philippines. After surrender, thousands died in the infamous Bataan Death March. Battle of Midway, June 4-7, 1942. A turning point in the Pacific. The U.S. Navy, led by Admirals Chester Nimitz, Raymond Spruance, and Frank Jack Fletcher, surprised and destroyed 4 Japanese aircraft carriers. Battle of El Alamein, October-November 1942. In Egypt, British forces under General Bernard Montgomery defeated Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, halting Axis advances in North Africa. Second Battle of Kharkov, May 1942. A failed Soviet offensive led by Marshal Semyon Timoshenko against German forces under Field Marshal Fedor von Bock. The Red Army suffered over 200,000 casualties, giving Germany a temporary advantage. Battle of Stalingrad, August 1942, February 1943. Arguably the most brutal battle of the war. Nazi forces under General Friedrich Paulus fought Soviet defenders in bitter urban combat. Stalin ordered not one step back. The Soviets encircled and destroyed the German Sixth Army. Battle of Guadalcanal, August 1942, February 1943. The first major Allied offensive in the Pacific. U.S. Marines and Army troops clashed with Japanese forces on land, sea, and air. Battle of Kursk, July-August 1943. The largest tank battle in history between German forces under Erich von Manstein and Soviet armies led by Zhukov and Rokossovsky. Soviet defenses held and a massive counteroffensive followed. Invasion of Sicily, Operation Husky, July-August 1943. Allied forces led by General Dwight D. Eisenhower, with commanders Patton and Montgomery, invaded Sicily. It led to Mussolini's fall and opened the door to mainland Italy. Battle of Monte Cassino, January-May 1944. 4 Allied assaults were needed to break German Gustav Line defenses in central Italy. Involved troops from the US, UK, France, Poland, and India. D-Day Normandy landings, June 6, 1944. Operation Overlord launched the Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied France. Over 150,000 troops landed in a single day. Battle of the Bulge, December 1944, January 1945. Hitler's last major offensive in the West caught Allies off guard in the Ardennes forest. American forces, especially under General Patton, held strong despite the brutal winter. It exhausted German reserves. Battle of Iwo Jima, February-March 1945. U.S. Marines stormed the volcanic island in one of the bloodiest battles of the Pacific. The iconic flag raising atop Mount Suribachi symbolized their hard-won victory. Japanese commander Tadamichi Kuribayashi refused to surrender. Battle of Berlin, April-May 1945, the final battle in Europe. The Red Army, led by Zhukov and Konev, stormed the Nazi capital. Adolf Hitler committed suicide in his bunker on April 30th. Germany surrendered days later, ending the war in Europe. These battles weren't just military clashes. They were pivotal moments that altered world history. Each represented decisions, sacrifices, and turning points that shaped the outcome of World War II. Like, share, and subscribe for historical deep dives.